Alright, got a little, how do we say, afternoon video for my peoples. Number one, how are you enjoying almost no ads showing up in front of your face on my channel anymore? You guys have to be loving life. Jay, man, I've only seen one video in the last couple of videos, one video ad in the last couple of videos he's done, like in its entirety. I'm used to seeing 4 or 5 at least in 2 videos. Some of you will say I haven't even seen one. Well, you know, I was doing my videos last night, which you saw them today, so you'll also see this one today, Monday, or Tuesday. And as I was doing the video, Cliff I had sent an email in, and basically he said something like, you know, get ready for, you know, you're going to see your revenue drop. You know, there's the boycott that advertisers are doing against Google/YouTube. So obviously it's going to affect us, you know, anyone that has ads and stuff on their videos, which I'd heard about. You know, I didn't do a video on it yet, but today's the day I'm going to do one, because like I said, it's usually 2 days behind when I can go into YouTube and check revenue and what, you know, you see the little chart of each day, what did you make, whatever. But it's always about 2 days behind, typical. So I noticed on the 25th, significant drop, huge, like 2/3 drop, or not quite 2/3 yet. It was close. And then the next day hit, the 26th, which I was able to view today. So that new data came in, I looked at it, revenue up, boom, it's down even further. Okay, so just doing a quick calculation, it's about 2/3 less than what it should be. That's a sizable drop in revenue for anybody, regardless of whether it's you make barely any on YouTube, or you're one of these guys out there that have, you know, PewDiePie that makes millions and millions and millions of dollars a year on YouTube. Everyone's taking hits. So I went this morning and went to his channel, PewDiePie, went to some, you know, top 20, top 5, whatever, you know, viral video channels. They've got lots of views, you know, funny things, people crashing and stupid stuff, you know, entertainment. I went to the toy channels where they're playing with toys and all that to see how many of these do I click on when an ad comes up. And I went to a couple and an ad came up right away, but then I noticed they had some place later in the video they never came up. And I went to some of their other videos that are very recent, no ads showing. So, you know, just to double check and make sure, is it certain people being targeted right now? Certain YouTube channels, you know, alt-right, whatever, non-liberal left, you know, leaning channels? Well, you can scratch that out because everybody's affected. PewDiePie is affected. The toy channels and opening, you know, kids playing with toys and all that crap, they're affected. I ran at gaming websites, you know, or videos, people doing the videos about gaming and stuff, big channels, and I mean like big followings. Didn't matter. They're suffering too. So basically, everybody across the board is probably waking up today with verification that, okay, something's wrong. Something badly is wrong. And some people are on the YouTube forums, which is the Google product forums, but for YouTube, asking, what happened to my revenue? How did my revenue? It's dropped, a big time drop. I was making, you know, $5 a day. Now it's down to like $1, and you know, and I'm reading, you know, that ranges. You know, some people are willing to talk about how much they make, but bottom line, there's an advertiser boycott of epic proportions, even more epic than I think they've been writing news stories about. And they're saying Google gets about 10 point something billion dollars in that revenue space, and they're seeing about $750 million taken out of it by this boycott. I think it's far greater than that, simply because I'm seeing the stats on everyone's channels right now, when I'm not necessarily everybody else's where I can see their revenue, because you can't. But again, when I click on these channels and there's no ads playing, just like my own where there's very, very, very few ads playing, it's across the board. So I know that, and I'm here to tell you it's far worse than them losing $750 million, because I have now officially marked in there where I should be, where I'm at last days. Yep. 2/3 revenue loss. Let that sink in. If someone was making $1,000 a day, and let me be honest, Boy, would I love that. I'd already have my house. I'd already have my bug out stuff, you know, like super awesome, cool stuff at the house to deal with, you know, the zombie apocalypse. I would have it all, right? Old J-Step 4 is nowhere near that. But we could dream, can't we? But I just want to use that as an example because it's an easy number to divide, right? $1,000 a day, 2/3 hit. You're left with $333 a month, or a day. You'd be pretty happy with that. Oh, $300 a day, I'm still happy. And I get it, but again, that's just for easy math. What if you were making $100 a day? You're pretty happy. $100 a day, 30 days in a month, $3,000 a month extra income. Oh, this is phenomenal. You'd be real happy. What if $100 got cut down? Same thing. $33 a day. That's a big chunk difference. Now you're only making $1,000 a month. You were making $3,000 a month. Right? Just again, just math here. So I'm going to read you this, just very quick, one little page. And there's some news sites talking about what's happening, what Google's going to do in response. And I mentioned to you in my other video recently, you know, today, earlier, that what was I going to say? Lost it. Hold on. Brain fart. Well, let me go to where I was going to go anyways, because I do remember that. Many, many years ago, when I told you about the coming financial crisis we're going to be having. Now, just an FYI, before we had 2008 and 9, J-Step 4 was telling his friends, family, anybody who would listen, Facebook, when I had a Facebook account, I no longer have any anymore, that it was coming, problems, just be positive, be happy, you know, don't talk about the bad stuff. And then it hit. Oh, I got it right. I was buying silver all that time, and I continue to do today because I know the big one's coming after that because we did nothing to fix it, made it worse. But I said, anybody out there that used to have a house foreclosed on, credit card default, house or a car loan default, right? It was terrible. All those people with their horrible credit scores now are in the pool that nobody wants to pick from as far as being a financial institution that would normally be the one that issues the money to be lent to that person to buy the car, to buy the house, to credit card, whatever. And I said all these financial institutions, banks, everybody, housing, mortgage companies, they have to make money. How do they make money? They have to, not want to, they have to loan to people. But the pool of people with good credit was dwindling, which means you're going to be in trouble as a financial institution because there's no one to lend to. So what did we do? FHA, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, all them, let's lower the standard. And so did the car loan companies, everybody. Across the board, just like I said would happen, they lowered the standard, which has now caused what? More defaults. If you look at the data right now, more defaults are up and away across the board. On everything. Student loans, credit cards, autos, all of it. Across the board. So financial institutions have no choice but to continue. We've got to put money out there or else we don't make money. If we don't have loans going out there, we don't make money because we're not making the interest back. However, we got another problem. People are now defaulting on all this stuff. So we're not winning anyways. So forget the interest payment. We're not going to get any of it back. Another big problem. However, they have no choice. We must still continue to loan and continue to find those people to get in those cars, and you're approved, and you're approved. We have to continue, so we will just keep lowering the credit score standard until it's an apocalyptic time, financially. So, all these advertisers, and I'm talking big advertisers from the car companies, GM is one of them, I think Walmart, I mean big companies, even in the UK. So UK, US, Western world, massive advertiser boycott specifically targeted against Google/YouTube. Google is YouTube. Google and YouTube. Because they're saying extremist content that, or just bad content that's not right for our viewer. You know, we wouldn't want to show our ad on that channel or that particular website or blog or whatever it is. We don't condone that. We don't want that. And that's why we're boycotting you until you can give us some certainty, some clarity that you're going to fix the problem. I'm here to tell you, before I even read you this little article I found online that was posted today, actually 22 hours ago, that I'm going to repeat what I just said about the financial institutions. They have no choice. They have no choice but to find people, no matter how bad their credit is, here's a loan for you. We got to keep this thing going. And the pool of great credit people is dwindling and dwindling and dwindling as the weeks go by and the months go by. So we get more turds in the punch bowl to have to pick from and hope, and really hope and pray that they don't default. Even though our credit score before that we would allow them to get a loan, they're way up below that. We would never give them a loan, but we have to. We've got to do this. We have no choice. Which is why defaults are up and up and up again. So to take that with the advertisers, I just did a video, as you saw, about the auto loans, auto industry, and how GM, Ford, Chrysler, all them, and other ones. I just didn't mention the other ones in the article because I didn't have to go down a list of 15 car companies. I mentioned the top 3 big U.S. car makers for the most part. I think I mentioned Subaru and whatever, another one. They are giving out the biggest incentives, $10,000 back, this fee, cash back, than ever before practically. They are pumping up the incentives like never before. This is brand new because sales are sucking. So what are they going to do with all these incentives? As I was doing the video, I said, oh my gosh, there's a Google ad at the top of this webpage. Was it GM or Chrysler? I think it was Chrysler. $10,000 something back incentive. I said, you gotta be kidding me. I'm doing a video talking about, I think it was wolfstreet.com. I was reading the article. And there's an ad right there with a massive incentive of epic proportions while I'm talking about his article on massive incentives. Of course, that's Google's algorithm is going to pick the most appropriate ad to put on a page based on its title and content within the page. But Google doesn't write the ad. The person who owns the company writes the ad, such as GM or Chrysler, whoever's in charge of that part of that company, will be putting that ad up there. So the fact that it said incentive in the ad and $10,000, which is an epically high incentive, means what? They are desperate as desperate can be. We've got to get people in here buying cars. So if these people, companies, massive protest, massive boycott, need to get more customers, did I say customer? Taxpayers, no, wrong. Citizen, no, wrong again. Hold on. Consumers. If these companies need consumers to consume, they have to put their ads in your face to make sure you buy my product, not that product, my product, not that product, my product. Again, incentive, $8,000 incentive, $9,000 incentive, $10,000 incentive. Come on. So my question, do you think this boycott is going to last any real length of time? I'm here to tell you, this is my opinion. I'm not, a psychic. I don't have God, speaking to me, giving me the prophetic vision. I study stuff, like every day, constantly. Data, marketing, real estate, auto loans, mortgage, absurd rental, that's going to crash, housing market crashing, absolutely. Study all this stuff. I'm going to make a bold prediction. Not really. This boycott will be over before most of the world even heard about it. Like maybe by next week. I have gotten numerous emails from Google. It's automatic. YouTube. This video is not approved for monetization. This video is no longer approved for monetization. I might have had 8 of those emails come in or so, somewhere around there. Because I was kind of looking today at some of the emails that came in. I got about around 8. So it's demonetized, which means no ads will play on those videos automatically. And what that means to me is that they're coming out all of a sudden in the last week, literally, last few days I should say, more likely, is that manual review is taking place all over YouTube. They're searching for words like kill, killing, death, dead, ISIS, terrorist, bombing, all these keywords you wouldn't want, right, to put your advertising on. So that's what's flagging some of my videos, because I would talk about in some of the videos, you know, ISIS in their, you know, where did ISIS get the 43 brand new Toyota pickup trucks from? You know, hint, U.S. State Department, you know, oh, that's flag, can't talk about ISIS, you know. Fine, you know what I did? I went to delete. Those are old videos, I don't care anyways. Get them out of here. Just in case YouTube or Google tried to say, well, you've got so many of these videos, we don't want you anymore. No, I'm going to be proactive. All Jason4 is always proactive, not reactive, like most sheeple people are. I am proactive. So just in case, I searched the living hell out of my own videos. Kill, death, dead, and I found a ton, banker dead, JP Morgan banker dead, another JP Morgan banker dead, great, another JP Morgan banker suicide, and I'm like, damn, there was quite a bit of banker suicides, remember that a couple years ago? But those are old videos anyways, and just in case, gone. I had 2,700 something videos as of this morning, and now have like 2,680 something, so I cleaned house a little bit. And found everything I could possibly think of, every keyword I could imagine that they wouldn't be advertiser friendly in any way, shape, or form that might flag my account in the future. Got rid of it. Old. Who cares? Get rid of it. So that's what I did this morning to be safe. But the advertisers who are right now, the worst time, again, 2008-9, repeat happening right now. It has started this year. They are going to be more desperate to sell cars, credit cards, everything. Again, I got a credit card notice from my wife yesterday in the mail. Open it up. If you can put $15,000 in a Chase such and such account, we'll give you $500 free. We'll give you $500 in cash. Just create an account as long as you got $15K in there. They're getting desperate. They need money. They need more people to borrow from. And if I put $15,000 in my bank account specifically for them, Chase, well, I'll get $500. Which means I'll have $15,500 in my account. All right. But they're going to lend out, like banks do, 9 times that value. So they'll be lending out 9 times my $15,000 to some other unsuspecting subprime borrower, auto loan person, housing person, student loan, who knows, whatever. It's going to be lent somewhere. Maybe not student loans, but lent somewhere in a high probability of default. However, just picture it this way. If they've lent out 9 times 15, let's just pretend that they've lent out money to 9 people with my $15,000. Because they just can magically, through accounting procedures, according to the Federal Reserve, loan out 9 times the value of their deposits. So, if I put $15K in my account, and let's just for easy math, 9 people are now borrowing money from Chase, $15,000 apiece for all 9 of them, 15, all the way 9 of them. 3 of them default. Well, that leaves 6 of the 9 still intact, paying interest, etc., paying that money back. Pretty hard for a bank to lose, even with 3 of 9 defaulting, which isn't good. 3 out of 9 is not good for defaulting. If you look at stats, that's a third of people defaulting. That's not good. But since they lent that out 9 times, 6 of those people, right? However, what a bank might do, and very well probably does, same example, $15,000 lent out 9 times the value. Well, we'll round that off to 10 for easy math again. 15 times 10, 150,000. So minus 15, call it $135,000 roughly. And maybe one person needs that 135. You know, they bought a house, cheaper house, fixer upper. They need 135K. Oh, great! This bozo JSnip4 and his wife just put 15K in. We gave him $500, and we just lent out 9 times that value to this guy. But that's one guy with 135K now. Oh, he defaulted. Now it's all gone. Right, so we got a problem. But the issue, or the point I'm trying to make here, is that advertisers right now, they rely on advertising to bring in people, consumers, consume my product. Do you think for a second they're going to use any real length of time to deal with Google, and we want better sites and YouTube video vloggers, uploaders, content creators, whatever you want to call us? We want more. And they say, well, we'll give you more control of which sites you can or may not want, or YouTube channels you don't want to advertise on. We can let you pick all that stuff based on keywords and things that, So speaking of certain keywords on certain sites or YouTube channels, I want to read this because one little sentence stood out to me. And then it's making us all realize, oh, this is the left pushing an agenda to get out the what they call alt-right or alternative media viewpoint, which is automatically considered alt-right. So this has become a rather precarious problem for YouTube and Google's larger advertising operation, both of which rely on what is called programmatic advertising that uses algorithms and not humans to dictate placement of the ads. For years, YouTube has championed itself as the destination for any and all video on the internet, with loose restrictions around graphic and offensive content and creators espousing views many traditional broadcasters would classify as hate speech. This has allowed YouTube to balloon into popularity, even when it does veer into hostile, illegal content like copyrighted material or terrorist propaganda. The site is shielded by federal law from being legally held responsible. The end result is that YouTube enjoys 400 hours of video uploaded every minute and 1 billion hours of video consumed every day, with around 11 billion in revenue last year. Yet a growing chunk of that video is the type of content advertisers want nothing to do with. And due to the current political climate, it's become increasingly popular for content creators to make a living off hateful content that panders to bigots and fringe political groups like the alt-right. There's the sentence. YouTube is now in the position of being structurally incapable of policing its platform and perhaps culturally hesitant even to do so with more heavy-handed moderation methods. However, Google is promising a fix as soon as Sunday. So that's a week from now, less than a week, 5 days. Even more pressing is the possibility that YouTube's business simply cannot operate at its current scale with the human moderation required to ensure that no ad is placed on an objectionable video. Google is willing to try, if only to stem the exodus of advertisers. Quote, "We've begun an extensive review of our advertising policies and have made a public commitment to put in place changes that give brands more control over where their ads appear," Google said in a statement given to The Verge on Wednesday. "We're also raising the bar for our ad policies to further safeguard our advertisers' brands." And that statement followed a more direct plea to advertisers earlier this week, in which Google promised it would be giving brands more control over and insight into where ads are being placed on YouTube and Google-partnered third-party sites. The company also promised new tools like artificial intelligence-powered filtering that would detect offensive language and other contents within a video and flag it. Bloomberg reports that Google plans on implementing these new tools and changes as soon as this Sunday, according to an internal company memo. Yet it's unclear just how effective Google's new tools will be and what it might take to bring advertisers back. Google and everyone else listening, you have nothing to worry about. With the amount of people glued to YouTube videos on daily, that's where all the action is. And if you're an advertiser, you got to go where the action is. I got to get my product in front of these people. But there is one key word in here, one key sentence, where I think there may be an alternate agenda from these so-called big, huge advertisers that are boycotting. Because as you know, a lot of these big companies are very left-viewing, liberal-leaning companies, by chance. Pure coincidence. That don't like what the alternative media is saying, and since we don't have news channels, the alt-right or whoever we consider ourselves, we go to YouTube. It's free. I could upload a video. I can speak about something that I just heard that I thought was a lie by a left-viewing, leaning channel or news channel, article, Washington Post, New York Times, MSNBC, CNN, and I want to talk about it to some people who are very interested to know what I have to say about that, because it's fake, or what I at least deem fake, and they agree is also fake, which is why we're having this conversation. While they comment, I'm doing the video, but they're commenting, we comment back and forth, etc. And they're saying here, that's all alt-right stuff, and that's the kind of stuff us advertisers don't want to be a part of. Well, again, what happened to Melania's Trump, or was it Ivanka Trump's? Was it Ivanka's product line, Target, we're getting rid of you. Nostrum's, we're getting rid of her product. Oh, her sales at the places that kept her are up, and overall sales are up 300-something%. How did that work out for the left? How did that work out? Didn't work out very well at all. Her sales are up. So how's it going to work for the left if they pick and choose? Here's the only places we want to advertise on YouTube. Only channels, these channels and these keywords, get rid of them. Oh, we're not, wow, our ads aren't being displayed that often. Wow, they used to be displayed a lot more. They're not being displayed as much anymore. I wonder what happened. Well, what happened was you chose to not display your ads on certain channels. And those certain channels are picking up steam every single day. New subscribers. They want to know what these people have to say, like myself. They want to know what we have to say. That's why I get new subscribers every single day. My net gain is higher than, you know, you gain some, you lose some every day. My net gain used to be around 30. Recent times it's been between 45 or so, 50, 40 something, 50. A couple days ago I had 100 and something join in one day, subscribe, and then another 100 something the next day. That's not the average. The average right now for me is 40 something to 50. Used to be 30. So again, there's more people coming to JSnip4. There's more people going to other channels. They want to hear what we have to say because they're not getting it over here on the left. So the left and their big corporations may decide, oh, we've got great new tools from Google. Okay, we're coming back to advertise. Again, they have no choice. If you want to sell products, and I know you all do, you're coming back to where all the action is, and that's YouTube. So this is nonsense. Yeah, we're all going to see a revenue drop for in the next week or so. Get rid of that and just take one for the team. You don't have a choice anyways. Revenue's dropping next week. After that, we should probably be right back to where we're going, or at least some of them coming back, and then more come back, and then maybe a couple, 2-3 weeks. I don't know the exact timing. It'll be right back to normal. Why? Because they have to earn revenue, and the only way they earn revenue is by putting commercials in your face. So even if they try to block out all the alt-right stuff, we're not able to show our commercials on a whole lot of other stuff. We need those alt-right video YouTubers because they do have a nice size audience, and we're losing that audience, and we like money. Yeah, I guess we're gonna have to advertise back on those guys, right? So I personally don't know if this is going to really affect the alt-right video bloggers or anything else, or what channels, you know. It remains to be seen to what extent, I should say, to what extent it's affected once they come back. But there's no chance in hell that they're not coming back. Just like I said about the credit thing, they have no choice. You want to earn interest and income from these people, from the debt slaves? Yes, well, you're going to have to lend to them. Yeah, but the pool to pick from is getting worse. We understand that. But you don't have a choice. And you're going to have to take a chance and hope that they're not one of the ones that end up defaulting. And then they do. And some, oh, that was a good one. We got 5 in a row that haven't defaulted. We made all the money back and interest. Great. But then you're going to see a little uptick in the other ones. Yep. It's just, this is symptoms of a dying empire. $4 of debt has to be created to create $1 positive in GDP in the United States. 300-something% debt to GDP ratio, whatever. I mean, the system's going down. Okay, I just said that in my last video. I said, mark my word, or whatever. I said, hear me, or whatever. It's done. The system is going down. Doesn't mean today, tomorrow, next week. Generally speaking, the system is going down. Stock market again, down, 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 down. So I wanted to cover this for anyone that might have wondered what the hell's going on. YouTube revenue, and not only that, you may be wondering, damn, JSnip, did you remove all your ads off your videos? The answer is no, I did not. They're still there, but they're not showing up because the advertisers have pulled out. So even though I have spaces marked where, oh, this video is 20 minutes long, I'm going to put 2 in the middle, 1 in the beginning, whatever. Okay. But if there's no ads coming, they just remain blank. Nothing happens. So to all my people who hate those ads that I put in there, I want to thank you for always dealing with those damn things when they were there. And right now, enjoy it while you can. You may have a week, 2 weeks, a month, maybe. Don't know if it'll be that long. Again, it's hard to protest when you need to get back to work and make money. And we're boycotting and protesting Google, but we're going to be losing massive amounts of revenue because we can't advertise. So we're upset. We're throwing our fists in the air, but we'll be back in a week. We'll get right back to you in a week. Trust me, it'll be back very, very quickly. So anyways, me, Jason at 4, alt-right guy. Oh, smart guy though. Let me do a little pre-active. Anything ISIS, terrorist, yeah, get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. Left, did I use the word liberal in that one? Yeah, get rid of that one. You know, let me pick some of this out. I probably cleaned out 100 videos. Somewhere around 100 probably, because I was in the 2700 something range. I'm now down to 2680 something. Because I can possibly see where this is going to go. Next, there'll be your whole channel is this point of view. And since you have that point of view, all these advertisers don't want to advertise on your site. Well, not really. I'm a kind of a news channel. I've got 2,600 something videos, like any news station would have, videos that just keep coming out, covering everything that's happening in the world. You can't just label me alt-right automatically, because I'll be honest, I'll crap on the Republicans just as fast as I'll crap on the Democrats. Given the opportunity, show me something, I'm covering it. Oh, you always talk about ISIS or you talk about a Muslim sometimes. Why don't you talk about another? Oh, I do. Have you not heard my videos on the Catholic Church and the priests and the little boy, little girl problem the Catholic Church is riddled with? The priests can't keep their hands off of them. Yeah, I had one or two of those, but one or two, or a bunch that I've now cleaned out of my channel. Bad content. Him talking about the Catholic Church. We don't want to advertise on his channel. We're gonna try, which might lead to what? We're just gonna have to shut you down, J-Snip, in this one, and that one, and that one, because of your alt-right leaning. This video, that video. And I thought to myself, I have 2,600 videos. Is there a chance that there's one or two in there that are extremist viewed by YouTube or Google? I got 2,600 videos. There's a high probability that there's something in there that would stand out to them. I don't have 10 or 20 or 100 videos. So again, I just went this morning cleaning house and every keyword imaginable. That's what I did. So they'll be back. Take care.